three ways that you can tune your guitar by ear. If you don't have a tuner, the battery died, whatever, you're in a position where you want to try to tune your guitar by ear. A lot of us know how to do this first one, but I'll go over it just to be sure. It's called the 5th fret tuning. What you do is you start on your top string, string 6, and I'm pushing down on string 6 and fret 5. That's an A note, okay? So our string 5 open is an A string, so it should sound like the 5th string open should sound exactly the same as your string 6 and fret 5 push down. Okay? If it doesn't, if it sounds like this is 6-5, this is how the A is supposed to sound, but it sounds like that. Now you need to figure out, okay, what does my string need to do? Does it need to go down or up? The tone of it, does it need to go down or up? So what I always benefited from was humming with it, with each note, do them slow. Usually you can feel that, like in your vocal cords, in your throat, you can feel whether it's higher or lower. And that might not happen at first, might take some practice, but I encourage you to try that and go slowly as you need to, that you can clearly distinguish between the two notes to figure out what the other string needs to do. Now I can tell that that 5th string is low, so what I would do is just bring it up a little bit at the time, and I would keep picking it while doing so until I thought it was right. Checking it again against the 6-5. Pretty close. Might be a little out. There we are. Alright, so once I get those two right, I move my finger here to string 5 and fret 5. Hit that note, and it should be the same as string 4 open. Same rule applies, if my string 4 didn't sound right, I'd get it to where it sounded just like this string 5 and fret 5. Those are both D notes. Get those right, you guessed it, move to string 3. What did I just say? String 4, sorry. String 4. I'm playing string 4 and fret 5 here. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm going to hit string 3 open, hoping that they do sound the same. And they pretty much do there. Now, when we move to string 3 to do this, we have to scoot to the 4th fret. Okay, and it should sound like the B string, the 2nd string open. Okay, now string 2 and fret 5. Okay, we move back to fret 5 here. Should sound like string 1 open. Alright, so as far as I know, that's called the 5th fret tuning, even though that one string has to be over there on 4, it doesn't matter. So as long as you're not playing along with an orchestra or something, if you're just sitting at home and jamming, that 5th fret tuning works pretty good. It's not perfect, but it really does help kind of calibrate your ear. It's a good way to learn how to tune by ear. It really is a good place to start. Like everything else, it's going to take a lot of practice. Alright, and I'll show you this next one on this video, and it might be good to start with the 5th fret tuning, and then after you've done that, attempt this next one to see if it kind of matches up. It's kind of like a cross-examining of your tuning. So hopefully by this point you know a guitar chord. Alright, so you'll just want to pick the note instead of just banging right into that chord. Pick the string of each, or pick each string of the chord, nice and slow. Generally speaking, our ear will pick up if there's a note sour. Like I'll sour one of my notes on purpose. Typically our ear's going to pick up on that. I'm going to go ahead and yank mine back up into tuning, but you know, if you did that, if you tried your chord and you noticed that there was a sour note, you might go back to your 5th fret and make sure that's all as it's supposed to be. And then go back and try a chord, try another chord. Okay. Power chords are another good one to me. Like, for some reason these worked for me really good early on as opposed to a lot of other chord tuning. I would try a power chord, which is just like I'm playing a G note here, and I'll go to my string 5, fret 5 there. It's a 2-finger chord like that, and it was really easy for my ear to pick up if one of them was sour, you know. And what's cool is a power chord will work here on these 2 strings, 6 and 5. It'll work on these 2 strings, 5 and 4, and on these 2 strings of 4 and 3. Once you get here, things change up a little bit. So, you know, that the tuning of those 2 strings gets a little wonky, but these up here work really good for the power chord tuning. So that's just, you know, another way to check yourself. The last one that I'll show is pick out a song that you know the melody to really well. It could be anything like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And if you're playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and you hear something, you know, yeah, something's not right there, so now we know we have to tune. Just tune one of those that string that doesn't sound right. So basically you're just, what I think of as tuning to the song. That'll usually benefit you as far as how to tune by ear. But all of these just take practice and experience. Go slow and go ahead and get frustrated a few times, because I know I did, and I guess every guitar player does. But it just gets better with time. It just gets better with time. And this is something that's more than just learning how to tune your guitar. You know, this is developing a finer ability to distinguish what's harmony and what's not in music. So there you go. Practice that. I usually say the more you play that, the more fun it gets. I guess that's true for tuning. I'm going to think on that a while.